Hey, I'm Hannah and welcome to my channel Nomadic Unicorn. Today I'm going to tell you how you can claim your superannuation back after your working holiday in Australia. Disclaimer alert, I am not an expert by any means in this, and any information that I give you is the true information to the best of my knowledge at the time of filming this video, which is the 21st of July 2016. So with that done, let's get into it. First things first, what is superannuation? So superannuation, or super as it's most commonly known, is a little bit like the Australian version of a pension. For anyone over the age of 18 who earns $450 or more a month before taxation, your employer is legally obliged to put 9.5% of your wages into that pot. Now that's not drawing it from your wages, that's extra on top of your wages. It doesn't matter if you're casual, part-time or full-time, if you're over 18 and earning over that threshold, that is what your employer has to do. For travellers and backpackers on a working holiday, this is great as it means more money for you at the end of your trip. My biggest advice with superannuation, after now going through the process, is to have your own super fund. Now banks offer this and other companies offer this as well. Sometimes there is a charge for it, but having now gone through the process, I can genuinely say that it is a lot easier if you have your own fund. I didn't, and I had two separate employers in Australia. When I came to try and claim my superannuation back, I had to track down the super funds from both employers to tell the government the details of the funds. So when can you claim it? Unlike tax, which you can claim in the country whilst you're there, if you're there for the end of the tax year, you have to wait for your superannuation until you have left Australia permanently and your visa has expired or been cancelled. If you leave before the end of your visa, you can get a stamp in your passport when you leave the country. They don't do this automatically, but once you go through immigration, ask the nice little help desk if they'll stamp it for you, and then you've got that if you need it for claiming your super. You will need to contact immigration and let them know that you wish to cancel your visa as you're not returning. How do you claim it? Well, you've got a couple of options. One option is to use a company like taxback.com or someone to get all the details and information for you. They basically get all of the information and send it off to the government. That's really great because it takes the stress off of you, but they will charge you a percentage. I did my tax back through taxback.com, and there will be a video on that when I actually get it. But for superannuation, I didn't do it through them because they wanted 20% of the total, which is a huge amount. Instead, what I did and what I suggest everyone does is go to the ATO government website directly. That's the Australian Taxation Office website. There's a link down below for you, and find the DASP form, which is an online form which stands for Departing Australia Superannuation Payment. Simple. Do your online application. They do say that once they've received it, it should take about 28 days. So you're looking at about a month from filing the claim to actually receiving your money. On the website, when you go on there, you will need your TFN, your Australian tax file number. The explanation to that is in a previous video, which I'll link up here. You will also need your passport, personal details, name, email, address, and everything like that, and your superannuation account details. Will you get all of the money? In a nutshell, no. Sadly, you will not receive all of the money, and that is just because whatever is in your fund, the Australian Taxation Office will tax you on that. So there will be a percentage that you won't see in your pocket. How much will you get? That's difficult for me to answer specifically. It really depends on how long you worked whilst you were there and what your wages were like, because remember, it's a percentage of your total wages that gets paid into the fund. For me personally, after the ATO had taken the tax off of my superannuation, I received £759, which equates to 1,336 Australian dollars, 909 euros, or 1,002 US dollars. How do you get paid? Good question. You're in another country, how are they going to get the money to you? So there's really two options. The government website states three options, but for some reason, whether it's because I'm a UK national or I just didn't have the right fund, the international money transfer wasn't an option for me. So you've got the choice of getting a cheque posted to you at your home address, or an electronic fund transfer into your Australian bank account. Yes, Australian bank account. So do not close your Australian bank account until after you have received your superannuation money, unless you're happy with a cheque. For me, I didn't really want it getting lost in the post because that's a hell of a lot of money, but that is an option if you've already closed your account or you want to close it before you leave the country. I really hope this video has been helpful. If you found it useful, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Share it with other travellers to take the hassle out of it for them too. If you do have any further questions, pop them down below and I'll do my very best to answer them. There will be some links for the government websites and the forms that I've described in the video. Also, don't forget to check out my social media, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, links down here. And until next time, much love, I'll see you later. Bye! Today we will be risking the life of my trusty MP3 player. Yes, it's been with me many years.